Hey, what's up? Travel Chronicles, chapter 43. I don't know why this road seems so rough lately, but a little bit of bounce there. This one may not be worth watching. Just listen. Anyway, today, new shirt here. It's the last first cross-country race of the season. So, for Elijah, senior, so this is it. Knee's been bothering him. He's been going to physical therapy. He's got the ice bath last night, so hopefully he's feeling good, ready to go. But I just hope he doesn't do too much. If he gets top 10, cool. That's where I'm at right now, just because I know he's battled so hard over the summer and hasn't been healthy. His knees have not cooperated at all. If everything was healthy 100%, yeah, you go out. There's another really good kid in this area, so I don't think he's going to win the race. But I mean, he could maybe get second or third, top 5. But at this point, the way the summer's gone, if he's able to pull top 10, get top 3 or 4 on his team, that's good. There's some other guys on the team that are good, really good. And, I don't know if they have the same issues, but they definitely have a different body type. I told him, going into the summer, like his goal should be to get down, at least at 160, maybe one in the 150s. I don't think he was going to get down to 140 or anything like that. That would be a little bit of a stretch probably at his height and his bone structure. He's a little wider, a little bigger. So, I don't know that he can get to 150, but he's going to be running in the mid 170s, I think, which is the heaviest he's ever been running. And it's not conducive to being a fast cross-country runner to be that big. But that the approach I've taken has always been, I'm not going to stand over the head and beat you down and tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that. And one, because I haven't done it, so I don't know, but I know like which way you should be trending and headed, and you have to sacrifice things if you want to be great at sports, even at a high school. If you want to stand out or be good, you got to give stuff up. It's just the way it is. Some guys are naturally athletic, or some girls are just naturally built differently than other people. They're able to achieve certain things, but for the vast, even those people are competing and out there putting themselves out there on a abnormal basis. They're really pushing themselves. So I don't even know that they're not sacrificing a lot more than what you normally would. It's hard for people to just roll out of bed, show up, and kick butt and just be the best. That, and in this day and age, I would say that probably doesn't happen because there's so much AAU and summer leagues and off-season training that people are doing a lot more work than what they used to be able to get away with. So I would even throw that out there. But good luck tonight. He's had bad first races where he's gotten hurt for the rest of the season, and that's the key. Number one, let's avoid that. Let's not get hurt. Let's not pull anything. Let's not strain anything, because I'm still going to hold out hope that we got a shot at getting to state, and provided nothing crazy happens with coronavirus where they shut the whole thing down. But running is running. You can go run. I've been running this whole time, so there's nothing to stop you from running. But there could be things stopping competitions. But I think the goal should still be to get to state. Maybe once he has his first race in, because he hasn't had anything competitive since March. Once he sees this and gets a taste of that, it'll get him fired up to put that target late October and be shooting for his best race, best conditions right there, which is still possible. That's my hope. All right, the other stuff that happened, and some of this happened over the weekend, right? Hold on just a second. We'll start with the one that's less serious, I guess, and less overarching effects. The girl who plays Lily on the AT&T commercials. She's actually a Russian girl. I don't know. It's something weird. It's Marenko Vishnev or something. It's weird. It's a really weird name. But apparently she's been targeted for the way that she looks, because she's not completely unattractive. Probably why she's in a TV commercial. And people are, commenting on her, that they find her attractive. Not politely, probably. And she's saying how it just feels like abuse and I don't know, it's like sexual abuse or something like that, or just mental anguish, whatever you want to call it. But there's a couple problems, right? So number one, if you really feel that way, that this spotlight has been shown on you in a way that you don't want it shown on you, one, you should not be doing television commercials. Like, you need to get out of that now, like right now. Like, dump it, get out of that, because if you don't want people to look at you, you probably shouldn't be on television. Simple solution. Number two, I forget what I was going to say here, but look, there's different levels of beauty, right? If you have like Greek god, Greek goddess carved out of marble, beauty is like the top tier, and then you have the second tier where there's nothing noticeably wrong with somebody. Maybe there's something, one or two features that are like really nice. I think that's the category that this girl fits in. And then like maybe like a third category would be like where there's, something that's, they don't look horrible, but there's something that's like not overly attractive about the person. Maybe something with the teeth or the facial structure. Maybe they're overweight but have a cute face, or something like that. And then 4 is just like that fourth category would just be like they're not very attractive at all. There's like no discernible features that people would find attractive. Fine. This girl kind of fits in. I'd say she's probably in between 1 and 2, because the way she's shown in the commercials, she's shown as an AT&T store clerk. So if you walked into any AT&T store, like, oh, hey, this girl could be there. She's just normal looking girl. But at the same time, if you really like, dolled her up, put, dress on her, makeup, or, some type of, swimwear, bikini or something like that, I'm sure she probably does look, really good. But there's not, that's not what they're trying to sell here. They're sort of, right? The girl was good looking, and they put her on TV to sell phones or AT&T service. If she's dog ugly, probably not going to put her on TV to have her sell anything for you, right? And the other problem here is the volume of there's volume of commercials, okay? Because there's not a whole lot of stuff going on right now. You've got basketball, you got baseball kind of back, so and you had the whole pandemic, so advertisers aren't out there en masse, right? Now, if you're watching a basketball game or something, they're advertising kind of frequently, and I swear every commercial or every other set of commercials, it's AT&T. Like, she's on there. Like, it's just volume. It's like you just see her so much. It just drilled into your head. It's like, who's this girl? What? She's not bad looking. And then, some people are going to take that too far. And it's not probably like a massive amount of people. It's maybe couple hundred, couple thousand people that are taking the extra effort to go find this girl and DM her and comment on her Instagram post and stuff. And she's trying to be a celebrity. She's trying to put it out there. And it's like, oh, I don't want people to comment on certain things. It's like, give it up. You know, it's like, if that's what you really want, then quit doing the commercials. Tell AT&T to pull them all and have them recast somebody else, because it's not like these commercials are so overly complicated and the production value is so high that they can't just go out and redo these in like 5 minutes. Okay, so if that's how you really feel, you know. But don't come out here and play, oh, poor me, look at people think I'm really attractive, oh gosh, this is horrible. Nobody wants to hear that. No. The second thing was over the weekend, there was a gentleman shot in the back 7 times. That's horrible, right? But there's a 15-second clip circulating on social media that shows a guy walk around the front of a car with 3 police around him, guns drawn, and try to get into a car. And as somebody watching that, it's like, you know, the police are telling him not to do that. The one cop is trying to pull him by the shirt to get him out of the car, and he's trying to pull the cop from behind. He's not looking at the cop, but he's trying to get in the car. Now, if you're a police officer there and you've been called for some reason, right? You don't just show up, pull out the guns, and first thing is just fire on somebody, right? Because other people are standing around. So I'm sure they're trying to figure something out to start with. And then at some point they pull the guns and are like, look, you got to do what we're telling you to do. You got to listen to us. And he's resisting. He's not, clearly the cop is not telling him, hey, try to get in the car while I pull on your shirt. That's not what the cop told him to do. That's not what they do. It's like, hey, get down, hands up, get on the ground, you know, stop moving. You know, that's 100% what the guy's being told. The video is not close enough to where you can hear what the police officer is saying. You just see the cop shoot him in the back when he's trying to get in the car. Oh, the guy's black, too. So that's why there's all this outcry. Here's the thing, okay? And this is what I'd love to see from the Black Lives Matter community, is when somebody does something wrong, you got to call it wrong. You got to call it wrong, okay? If somebody gets shot while they're in their house in bed, or they have their hands cuffed and a cop is laying on their throat, yeah, that's too far, okay? But if somebody's actively resisting what 3 police officers are telling them to do when they have their guns drawn, dude's gonna get shot, okay? I don't know how to slice it or tell you anything different. Now, if you want to say, well, how did we get to that point, right? You know, did this guy drop out of high school? Did he not have a regular job? You know, there's a lot of other issues that could be underlying here that haven't been addressed, you know, that could be addressed, you know, to fix this problem going forward. But the number one thing to start with is, the cop's telling you to do something, do it. You know, some of these other cases where they want to bring up, you know, the guy who was shot in St. Louis, I forget his name, but he pulled the gun. He tried to pull the gun off the cop. You can't do that. You know, there are certain things like, okay, hey, the cop's telling you to do something. You still have to do what the police tell you to do, regardless of how you feel about the police. You know, the more animosity is there, the worse it's going to be. So, you know, if somebody does something wrong, call a spade and say, if the guy was white, 100% he deserves to be shot. I'm sorry. You know, if I did that, I would deserve to be shot. I've been pulled over like 4 times in a 6 or 8 month period. You know how many times I got out of my car and ran around the car and didn't do what the cops told me? 0. You know how many times I got shot? 0. Do what the police tell you to do. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, it's fine. You know? But that's kind of the frustrating thing. You have to do what the police tell you to do. Sorry. All right, well, I'll see you later. Stay COVID free.